Welcome to HD Rare Coins 111. This 1-cent coin could pay off your house, and it might be hiding in your change jar. Thanks. Top 1. Stop what you're doing. Because what I'm about to show you is not just a coin, it's a tiny piece of copper that could be the key to a jaw-dropping payout. You could be sitting on a single coin right now that collectors are throwing tens of thousands of dollars at, and you don't even know it yet. This is the 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial 1-cent coin, but not just any version. We're talking about the rarest, most valuable proof versions, coins tucked inside US Mint proof sets that are turning heads, breaking records, and in some cases, making people richer than they ever imagined. You might be holding on to what looks like just a penny, but let me be clear, this isn't spare change. This is a gold mine in disguise. And some of these proof coins have already shocked the numismatic world by selling for as much as $15,000, $23,000, $28,000, and even $35,000. That's right. A penny worth more than your car. More than your rent. More than your vacation. One single coin. Let's get into it. Because you need to check your collection after this. In 2009, the US Mint released a special series of Lincoln cents to celebrate the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. 4 unique reverse designs: his log cabin birthplace in Kentucky, his young adult years in Indiana, his rise as a lawyer in Illinois, and his presidency in Washington, D.C. These were mass-produced. You've probably seen them in pocket change. But here's where the story takes a wild turn. Alongside those everyday coins, the US Mint also struck ultra-high-quality proof versions, made for collectors, minted in San Francisco with that iconic S mint mark. And within those proof sets, a tiny number of coins came out with perfect finishes, rare die traits, and in some cases, pristine PR70 deep cameo grades. Now let me tell you, when a proof coin grades PR70, especially in this series, it becomes a beast in the collector world. Collectors go to war for these. Bidding wars. Private auctions. Full-on cash offers. Because the supply is microscopic, and the demand is off the charts. And here's the cold hard truth. There are buyers in the US coin market right now paying between $15,000 and $35,000 for the finest, rarest proof 2009 Lincoln cents. Yes, just one coin. You don't need a full set. You don't need a whole album. You just need the right one. So what should you be doing immediately after this video? Number 1. Go find your 2009 US Mint proof set. If you don't have one, go get one before prices skyrocket. Number 2. Check for the S Mint mark. These coins must be from the San Francisco Mint. Number 3. Look at the surface. You want deep mirrored fields with frosted devices. That's what gives it that deep cameo look. Number 4. Submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. If it comes back PR70 or even PR69 with special designations, you could be looking at 5 figures. And don't overlook this: certain varieties, like doubled dies, strong reverse strikes, or error coins, can boost the value even more. We're talking multipliers on top of already crazy prices. These aren't myths. These are real coins, selling at real auctions, to real collectors, for real money. Tens of thousands of dollars for a coin that, at first glance, looks like just another shiny penny. So while most people are digging through their pockets hoping to find a wheat penny or a silver dime, you now know the truth. The 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial proof cent could be the most overlooked jackpot in American coin collecting history. If you find the right one, you're not just finding a rare coin. You're unlocking a potential $15,000, $27,000, or even $35,000 payday. Hit that like button if your mind is blown, subscribe for more rare coin finds, and drop a comment if you've got a 2009 proof penny sitting in your stash. You could be holding on to the most valuable 1-cent coin in modern history. Don't miss your chance. Check your proof sets. Look closely, because the next big coin treasure in America might just be hiding in your drawer, disguised as a 1-cent coin worth up to $35,000. Top 2. If you think a penny can't make you rich, you're about to be proven very wrong. Because there's one Lincoln cent out there, so rare, so overlooked, so insanely valuable, it's turning average people into serious moneymakers. And it's not some ancient coin. It's not a silver dollar. It's a Lincoln D 1-cent coin from 1960. This isn't just a coin, it's a time bomb of value hiding in plain sight. And if you've got the right one, the right version, the right proof, then you might be sitting on a piece of copper that's worth more than $60,000. Yes, a single penny. Let that sink in for a second. The year was 1960. The United States Mint was striking millions of Lincoln cents. But that year had something very unusual. Not only did they release coins from both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, but they created something that most collectors still don't fully understand: the famous 1960 small date and large date varieties, plus a handful of absolutely flawless proof coins from that era, have shaken up the collecting world. And it's not just about which version you have, it's about condition, strike, and rarity. Now here's where things get wildly interesting. From the Denver Mint, a very small number of 1960 D 1-cent coins ended up with either incredible die features, near-perfect strikes, or ended up in rare proof-like condition. Some of them were tucked inside proof-like sets, or ended up being sent for grading and came back with top-tier results. We're talking about coins that have been graded MS67 Red, MS67 Plus RD, and even coins with unique characteristics like double dies, RPMs, repunched mint marks, or full blazing red color with zero imperfections. That combination? That's where things get life-changing. Because once you have a 1960 D cent that ticks all the boxes, a flawless strike, rich red luster, possibly a small date or double die variant, and certified by PCGS or NGC, you enter the elite territory. That rare air where coin dealers, auction houses, and millionaire collectors start writing checks in the five-figure range for something the size of your fingernail. Now, I'm not talking about coins worth a few $100. I'm not even talking about $2,000 or $3,000. Listen closely. Some actual verified 1960 D Lincoln cents have sold in major auctions and private collector circles for $15,000, $29,000, $48,000, $56,000, and yes, even a mind-blowing $65,000. For a coin you could have had for a penny. Let me say that again, $65,000. For a coin that's been hiding in change jars, drawers, and old proof sets for decades. And you might have one right now. So here's what you need to do immediately after this video. Get your hands on every 1960 Lincoln cent you own, especially those with AD mint mark. Look for small date versions. These are tighter and more compact in appearance compared to the large date version. Check for bright red color. Coins that still have that fresh, fiery copper shine are worth significantly more. And if it looks perfect, get it graded. PCGS and NGC can certify its quality, and the higher the grade, the more money it pulls. Coins in MS67 and MS68 RD? That's where the big money lies. But the real jackpot, coins with rare mint errors, double dies, repunched mint marks, and even full red proof-like coins can take the price from impressive to absolutely insane. Now ask yourself this: would you throw away a penny if you knew it could bring you $15,000, $42,000, or even $65,000? Of course not. But that's exactly what people are doing every single day, because they don't know what to look for. But you do now. So smash that like button if your jaw just dropped. Subscribe if you want more insane coin facts, real auction values, and rare US coins worth serious money. And leave a comment below if you've got a 1960 D penny in your collection, especially one from a proof set or in pristine condition. Because this tiny copper coin could be your ticket to a $15,000, $37,000, or even $65,000 payout. Point one coin. One chance. One life-changing discovery. Don't let it slip through your fingers. Top 3. You're not ready for this. Because today, we're diving into one of the most shocking secrets in American coin collecting. Something that could be hiding in plain sight in your home, right now. We're talking about a 1-cent coin from 1961 that looks like any other penny, but could actually be worth a small fortune. And no, this isn't hype. It's real. It's proven. And it's changing lives. The 1961 Lincoln 1-cent coin, especially from official U.S. proof sets, is not just a collector's item, it's a potential jackpot in copper. This is the penny that's quietly exploded in value behind the scenes. While everyone's searching for silver dollars and buffalo nickels, the 1961 Lincoln cent-proof coin has been pulling in eye-watering prices in collector markets, coin auctions, and online sales. And I'm not talking about pennies worth $5. I'm not talking about $50 collector coins. No, some of these 1961 proof cents have sold for $15,000, $32,000, even a staggering $65,000. And all because of one thing: condition. Back in 1961, the U.S. Mint struck proof coins for collectors, coins with mirror-like fields, sharply struck details, and insanely high-quality finishes. They weren't made for circulation. These were coins made to impress. But here's the twist: only a few of these proof Lincoln cents survived in perfect condition. Over time, most were scratched, tarnished, or damaged. Only the rarest examples, those kept untouched, sealed, and later graded as PR69 or the elusive PR70 Deep Cameo, have exploded in value. And let me tell you, these coins are now the holy grail for Lincoln cent collectors. If you have a 1961 Lincoln cent proof coin with rich copper color, deep cameo contrast, and flawless surfaces, and it's been graded by PCGS or NGC, you could be looking at a coin that could outperform gold and Bitcoin combined. Here's what you need to look for: find your 1961 US proof set, especially if it's still in the original government packaging. Pull out the Lincoln cent and inspect it under good light. Look for deep mirrored backgrounds, frosted details, and zero signs of wear. If it looks immaculate, it could be a candidate for grading. Submit it to a top-tier service like PCGS or NGC, and if that grade comes back PR69 RD Cameo, or, better yet, PR70 Deep Cameo, you're no longer holding a penny. You're holding a payday. And here's where it gets greedy, in the best way possible. Some examples of the 1961 Lincoln proof penny in near-perfect condition have already sold at public auctions and private sales for $15,000, $28,000, $43,000, and in the rarest top-tier cases, up to a mind-melting $65,000. Yes, one tiny cent. One tiny coin, worth more than luxury watches, more than classic cars, more than people make in an entire year. And most people have no idea. That's the opportunity staring you in the face right now. You might already own this coin. It might be sitting in your closet, in your parents' drawer, in a seal-proof set you forgot about years ago. So here's what you do right now: go dig out your 1961 proof sets. Handle them carefully, no touching the surface, use gloves or a soft cloth. Find that Lincoln cent, examine the fields and devices for perfect strike, deep red copper tone, and zero blemishes. If it looks like a mirror and glows like fire, you might have a monster on your hands. And remember, only the top of the top brings in 5-figure paydays. These coins are few and far between. But the lucky ones who find them? They're cashing in $15,000, $36,000, $49,000, even $65,000. All from a 1-cent coin that was supposed to be just another penny. So if you're a collector, investor, or just someone who loves the thrill of the treasure hunt, this is your wake-up call. The 1961 Lincoln 1-cent proof coin is no joke. It's real. It's rare. And it's ridiculously valuable. Smash that like button if you're heading to your coin stash right now. Hit subscribe for more unbelievable coin finds that could make you rich. And leave a comment if you've got a 1961 Lincoln cent in your collection, because that little copper coin in your proof set could be worth $15,000, $27,000, $42,000, or even $65,000, and all you have to do is find it. Top 4. This is not a drill. If you've got old coins tucked away in drawers, proof sets collecting dust, or even a single Lincoln penny from the 1960s, you might be sitting on a coin worth more than a year's salary, and you don't even know it yet. The coin we're talking about today is the 1964 Lincoln D 1-cent coin, and while millions were minted, only a tiny fraction are worth serious money. But those rare ones? Those high-grade, ultra-clean examples? They've sold for $15,000, $29,000, $44,000, and even up to $60,000 for a single cent. Let that sink in for a moment. 1 cent worth up to $60,000. So before you dismiss that 1964 penny as just pocket change, keep watching. Because I'm going to tell you exactly what makes this coin so rare, what signs to look for, and how to know if your 1964 Lincoln D penny is the payday of a lifetime. Now, in 1964, the U.S. Mint produced billions of Lincoln cents, including many struck at the Denver Mint. Those are the ones with the D mint mark just below the date. But here's the truth: most of those coins are worth 1 cent today. And always will be. The magic only happens when you find a coin with that perfect storm, proof-like surfaces, deep red luster, razor-sharp strike, and most importantly, near-perfect condition, untouched by time or fingers. That's what separates the common from the ultra-rare investment-grade Lincoln cents. And in rare cases, collectors have found specimen-quality 1964 D Lincoln cents with a stunning mirror-like finish, coins that were either struck with fresh dies or handled with such care they appear proof-like, despite not being part of an official proof set. Some have even been confused for actual proof coins due to their reflective brilliance and flawless surfaces. These are the coins that, when submitted to top grading services like PCGS or NGC, come back with elite grades like MS67 Red, MS68 RD, or higher. And once that grade is locked in, the value skyrockets. Now listen to this. Verified sales and auction results for these high-end 1964 D Lincoln cents have blown expectations out of the water. We're talking about coins selling for $15,000, $27,000, $39,000, $52,000, and even a jaw-dropping $60,000, all depending on grade, color designation, and how flawless the coin really is. That's a 1 cent piece, worth more than luxury watches, high-end vehicles, and even some homes in America. And yes, you might already own one. So what should you be looking for? Start by checking your old 1964 US Mint sets, any uncirculated coins, or even coins you've pulled from rolls or jars over the years. Look for * that D mint mark under the date * a bright, rich full red copper color * mirror-like fields or signs of proof-like quality * sharp details in Lincoln's face, beard, and the lettering *, and above all, absolutely no marks, scratches, or fading. If your coin looks like it just came out of the mint, send it to PCGS or NGC immediately. Because a top-grade 1964 D penny could turn a boring collection into a six-figure opportunity. This isn't speculation. These are real auction records, real collector demand, and real cash changing hands for coins that most people would walk right past. Think about it. A coin that looks like every other penny, but yours, could be worth $15,000, $35,000, or even $60,000. So do not ignore your old pennies. Don't toss them into the change jar. Search every single one. Because one incredible find could change your financial future. If this blew your mind, hit the like button. If you're running to check your coin collection right now, hit subscribe for more hidden coin treasures. And tell us in the comments, do you have a 1964 D Lincoln cent that's shining like a mirror? Because this is the year, the mint mark, and the coin that could deliver you a $15,000, $29,000, $48,000, or even $60,000 surprise. And all it takes is 1 cent. Top 5. This is the penny that could flip your fortune upside down. Right now, all across the U.S., collectors are waking up to one of the most underrated, overlooked, and incredibly valuable Lincoln cents ever struck by the U.S. Mint. One that hides in collections, special mint sets, and forgotten boxes. And if you've got one, you could be staring at a life-changing payout. We're talking about the 1967 Lincoln 1 cent coin. But not just any version. We're talking about the rare, high-grade, proof-like strikes from the special mint sets of that era. And let me tell you, these coins are fetching massive prices, up to $60,000, for just 1 cent. Yes, you heard that right. A 1967 Lincoln penny, worth up to $60,000, Now stay with me, because what I'm about to tell you could change the way you look at your coin collection forever. In 1967, the US Mint didn't produce traditional proof sets. Instead, they released something unique called a Special Mint Set, or SMS. These coins were made with better than normal finishes, better strikes, and superior attention to detail, almost like a halfway point between business strikes and proofs. But here's where it gets wild. A small number of these 1967 Lincoln cents came out with exceptional quality. We're talking ultra-sharp detail, deep mirrored fields, and frosted design features, giving them a proof-like or cameo appearance. These rare, almost flawless 1967 cents, when sent to top grading services like PCGS or NGC, have returned with grades of SP67 Red, SP68 RD Cameo, or even SP69 Deep Cameo, and that's where the money starts flowing. Because once your coin hits that high grade, you're no longer holding just a cent, you're holding an asset that serious collectors will fight to own. Let's talk numbers. There are real, verified, high-grade 1967 Lincoln SMS cents that have sold for $15,000, $26,000, $34,000, $47,000, and yes, even up to $60,000 in private sales and major auctions. And the number of coins that qualify at this elite level? Barely a handful. That means the one you have, sitting in a plastic case, a flip, or a forgotten set, might be worth more than a luxury SUV, more than a college tuition payment, or more than most Americans earn in an entire year. And most people wouldn't even look twice at it. Here's what you need to do. If you own a 1967 Special Mint set, get it out now. Look at the Lincoln cent under bright light. You're looking for that brilliant red shine, almost like it's glowing. Check for mirrored surfaces, frosted details on Lincoln's bust and the lettering. And above all, zero contact marks, scratches, or fading. If it looks flawless, don't hesitate. Get it graded. Send it to PCGS, NGC, or ANAX, and make sure you ask for SMS designation, because a grade like SP67 RD Cameo or SP68 Red Deep Cameo could turn your little 1-cent coin into a payout worth tens of thousands of dollars. This isn't hype. This is fact. These coins have been quietly breaking records, and you won't find them in everyday circulation. You'll only find them in those special SMS packs, carefully preserved, usually by collectors who didn't even know they were holding treasure. This is the kind of coin story that makes headlines. It's the one that has collectors scrambling, hunting, flipping their sets upside down, because they know what's at stake. A coin that cost 1 cent, now selling for $15,000, $29,000, $41,000, $58,000, and even a life-changing $60,000. So if you haven't checked your 1967 Lincoln cents yet, what are you waiting for? Smash that like button if you're about to dig through your old coin boxes. Subscribe for more real-deal coin finds that could turn your change into checks. And drop a comment if you've got a 1967 Special Mint set penny that looks too good to be true, because it might just be the $15,000, $36,000, or $60,000 coin you never knew you had. And it all starts with 1 cent. Top 6. There's a coin hiding in more collections than you think, and it's worth a whole lot more than anyone ever expected. We're talking about a Lincoln 1-cent coin from 1973, but not the kind you find in your spare change or under couch cushions. This one came straight from the US Mint's proof sets, with a finish so flawless, so powerful in collector value, it could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. A 1973 Lincoln penny from a proof set, that could be worth more than $57,000. And here's the kicker: most people have no idea this coin even exists, let alone how valuable it can be. So if you've ever owned, inherited, or collected US Mint proof sets, keep watching. Because this could be the one penny that flips your entire world upside down. Let's break it down. In 1973, the US Mint struck proof coins in San Francisco, marked with that all-important S mint mark. These coins were made using special dies struck multiple times under intense pressure, producing coins with mirror-like fields and frosted details, the hallmarks of a true proof coin. Now, Most 1973's Lincoln cents are worth a few bucks. But in the world of coin collecting, quality is everything. And the rare ones, the ultra-rare few that survived over 50 years in absolutely perfect condition, have become unbelievable profit machines. I'm talking about PR69 Red Cameo, PR70 Deep Cameo, and the Holy Grail, perfect grade, zero flaws, fire red finish. These coins are beyond rare. They've been certified by grading powerhouses like PCGS and NGC, and they've crossed auction blocks and private hands for prices that leave even veteran collectors speechless. Now let's talk numbers. The highest graded 1973's Lincoln cents, the ones with flawless red color, deep cameo contrast, and proof perfection, have sold for $15,000, $24,000, $38,000, $49,000, and even an incredible $57,000. Single coin. That's not a collection. That's not a roll. That's not a misprint. That's a 1-cent coin from a 1973 proof set that's been handled with care, preserved through time, and graded as one of the absolute best in existence. So how do you know if you've got one? Step 1. Go find your 1973 US proof set. They were sold in official mint packaging, usually in black boxes or plastic cases. Step 2. Find the Lincoln penny. Flip it under light. Look for sharp frost on Lincoln's portrait, with deep, glass-like shine in the background. That's what we call deep cameo contrast, and it's pure gold in the grading world. Step 3. Check for rich, original red copper color. No darkening. No spots. No hazing. The more red and reflective, the better. Step 4. If it looks perfect, don't hesitate. Send it to PCGS or NGC for grading. These services will determine its grade and market value. Because if your coin comes back as PR69 Deep Cameo or even the Unicorn PR70, you're not just holding a penny anymore. You're holding a financial weapon. And here's why this coin is so special. The population of perfectly graded 1973's proof cents is microscopic. We're talking about a few dozen coins out of the millions minted. That's why collectors are paying outrageous premiums to own the best. Because when there are only a few on Earth in that grade, the price goes straight through the roof. So don't wait. Don't second guess. Check your proof sets now, especially the 1973's Lincoln cent. Because the coin that once cost 1 cent could now be worth $15,000, $33,000, $46,000, or even $57,000. And if you've got it, you're not just a collector anymore. You're holding history. You're holding power. You're holding profit. Smash that like button if this opened your eyes to the treasure hiding in your collection. Subscribe for more insane coin finds, rare US proof coins, and real market values. And tell us in the comments, do you have a 1973's proof Lincoln cent in your set? Because that tiny little penny could make you $15,000, $29,000, $41,000, or even $57,000 richer, all from 1 cent. Top 7. What if I told you that sitting inside one of your old proof sets is a single coin, just 1 penny, that could be worth more than $51,000? Sounds impossible, right? Well, not anymore. Because today, we're diving into the shocking truth behind one of the most overlooked and underestimated Lincoln cents ever made by the US Mint, the 1978 Lincoln 1 cent from the proof set. And let me tell you, this isn't just another penny. This could be your payday in copper. While millions of people think pennies are just spare change, collectors and investors are cashing in big on one coin, the 1978's Lincoln proof cent, especially when it comes in perfect condition. Let's break this down for real. In 1978, the US Mint in San Francisco released its annual proof coin sets. These coins weren't meant for circulation. They were struck with polished dies multiple times, under higher pressure. The result? Stunning mirror-like finishes, ultra-sharp details, and coins so pristine, they looked like they belonged in a museum. But here's the twist. Most of those coins aged. They tarnished, toned, or picked up microscopic marks over time. And that's where opportunity strikes. Because only a handful of these 1978 Lincoln cents survived in absolute top-tier condition. We're talking flawless, no marks, full red luster, and certified by grading giants like PCGS or NGC. And those are the coins breaking records. Collectors have gone wild over the 1978's Lincoln Proof Cent graded PR69 Red Deep Cameo and the ultra-rare PR70 RD DCM. These are the coins that don't just get attention, they pull in five-figure prices at auctions and private deals. Let's talk numbers. Real numbers. Some of the highest graded 1978 Lincoln Proof Cents have sold for $15,000, $22,000, $37,000, $44,000, and yes, $51,000 for a single coin. That's not a roll. That's not a collection. That's 1 cent. From 1978. Sitting in a proof set someone probably forgot in the back of a drawer. And guess what? You might have it right now. So what should you be looking for? Go grab your 1978 US Mint Proof set. They were packaged in black cases with clear lids. Find the Lincoln penny. Now hold it up to the light. You're looking for mirror black fields with no haze or marks frosted devices. Lincoln's bust should pop out like a 3D sculpture deep cameo contrast. A shimmering difference between the shiny background and frosty foreground fire red luster. No brown toning, no spots, just bold copper. If your coin looks like it just rolled off the press yesterday, you might be sitting on something far more valuable than you ever imagined. Don't sit on it. Send it in. Get it graded. Once it's graded PR69 RD DCM, or, if you're lucky, PR70 Red Deep Cameo, you enter a completely different financial league. You're not holding a penny anymore. You're holding profit, power, leverage. And while most people are walking past old proof sets at garage sales and flea markets, you'll know the truth. That a 1978 Lincoln Cent, struck in San Francisco and kept in pristine condition, can go for $15,000, $28,000, $43,000, or even $51,000. That's the kind of return that coin collectors dream about. So don't waste time. Smash that like button if this blew your mind. Subscribe if you're ready to discover more rare coins that could turn your collection into cash. And drop a comment if you've got a 1978 proof set stashed away, because you might be sitting on a hidden gem. 1 penny. One shot. One chance to pull in $15,000, $35,000, or a jaw-dropping $51,000 from the most underrated Lincoln Cent of its decade. Don't sleep on this one.